Welcome to the Unapologetic Man Podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it. What is up, you absolute champions? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I really do appreciate you. And today, we are going to talk about how dealing with women is so friggin' exhausting, bro. These chicks are spazzes. They expect you to be spazzes alongside them. They want all your energy. They want all your money. They want all your time. They're just a fucking energy drain. And a lot of you guys are nodding fervently right now, being like, finally, somebody who gets it. These chicks are freaking too much to handle, bro. Meanwhile, you're drier than your grandpa's elbow skin. You got nothing to talk about. You got no content. And you're like, dude, why would a spazzy ass chick at the nightclub who's shaking her rump all over the place, who is super banging and I want to hit it, but who is so much of a handful, why would she want to deal with me? I'm boring. I have nothing to talk about. I'm very introverted. And at the same time, I just don't want to put the energy in, man. It seems like this is such a heavy lift to go out and learn how to meet chicks, learn what to say, placate them, give them what they want, go out on the dance floor and jump around like a fucking bunny rabbit, feeling like a complete sea donkey because you think that's what you have to do to get women. I, as your Uncle MarkSing, I'm here to tell you, that's right. It's not what you have to do. In fact, brother, it's quite the opposite. Once you understand the concept of reactivity, once you understand the concepts of frame control, and once you understand that the person who's actually putting in less energy is the one who's in control, and you have to be in control in order for a woman to get attracted to you. We're going to get into all that today, gentlemen, but first, I want to share a tiny little bit of wisdom that I heard on Instagram that I think will really benefit you. Now, this was specific to child rearing, basically being a parent, but this can be applied into all areas of your life. The person said, whenever your kid pisses you off, and I have a 4-year-old daughter, so I know what it's like to be very annoyed, whenever that kid annoys you, pretend you're 80 years old and you're looking back and you just had one moment to go back and spend a moment with your child. And it's that moment then where she's being annoying, where she's driving you crazy. What would you do in that situation if you had the foresight, the insight to be able to go back and re-choose your decision-making, re-choose your reactivity to that situation? What I want to do for you guys is blow that up and apply it to your life as a whole. What if when you're 80 years old, you could go back to today and change your life with a simple decision? You, brother, are standing at a crossroads. In fact, you're standing at a place where there's hundreds of different options to where you can go to. Is the path that you're going down right now a path that will make you proud when you're 80 years old? Or will it make you have regrets? What if I just approached that girl? What if I just learned how to be confident, what to talk about, and how to approach women in a way that gets them attracted to me on command? What would my life look like then? And how would I feel about myself when I am 80 years old and or when I'm on my deathbed? Guys, I have a program that is specifically designed to turn you into a girl magnet. And what I mean by that is any girl, anytime, attraction on command. What would your life be like if you just had that power? I am able to give you that power, yet a lot of you guys don't apply to my program. You just listen to the podcast and think that by being an armchair quarterback, by just listening to content, once you get enough of that content, you'll get there. What I'm here to tell you is that you need to experience a program that's a transformation. You don't need more information. There's enough information out there. What I have for you is a program that turns you into a girl magnet by way of experience. I put you out there. I fight shoulder to shoulder with you in the trenches and teach you how to attract women on command. If you haven't applied yet, I got to question you, bro. Why have you not come to me to explore the possibility of you and I working together? There are no commitments necessary. You and I will simply have a conversation and see if this is a good fit to get you to your goals with women. Guys, apply right now. Stop putting this off. There is no perfect time. I want to meet you. I have the solution, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I cannot guarantee that this solution is going to be around for much longer. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. I don't know what's going to happen with it. Now is the time. Trigger pullers are guys who get laid. Procrastinators and guys who do not move into their fears willingly don't get laid. It's just that simple. Click the link in the description below. Let's talk, brother. I want to meet you. Why haven't you applied yet? I honestly don't understand it. So when you do apply, I'm going to be like, finally, This guy got around to it. You and I are going to talk. We're going to bro out a little bit and simply see if I can get you to that level where you can attract women on command so that when you get to 80 years old, there are absolutely no regrets. All there are cherished memories. And you slap yourself on the back saying, thank God I had the courage to change myself. So let's talk about the fallacy of why attracting women is so seemingly exhausting. Guys, I have logged tens of thousands of hours in nightclubs. I know exactly how you feel when you see this spazzy ass chick with all her friends wanting to do this, demanding that from all the guys that she dates, posting this and that on Instagram that makes her look like the most high maintenance chick you would ever deal with. And you're like, fuck it, man. It's not worth it. I'd rather just go home and make love to my hand. By the way, quick joke for you guys. Why is it that the penis has a head on it? To keep your hand from slipping off. So that's a lot of men's philosophy when it comes to this, which is, I just don't want to deal with it, bro. It's too much of an energy suck. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be. In fact, the less energy you put in and the less you are willing to let her lead the frame, which means if she's spazzing out, you feel like you have to spaz out, the more likely she is to get attracted to you. And what this means is you dictate the amount of energy that you're willing to put into something, and you make absolutely no apologies for it. If, for example, you meet a woman in a nightclub who's hopping all over the place like a sparrow on cocaine, and you're like, dude, I can't match this energy, don't match the energy, at least the energy that she's putting out as far as physicality is concerned. You can match the good energy inside yourself with a woman and even supersede her energy, which is necessary, but you don't have to be Spasmanian Devil 1000, bro, Tendo. You don't have to go on the dance floor and hop around like a goddamn bunny. You don't have to laugh out loud the way she does or try to talk as fast as she does or keep up with her where she wants to go to this nightclub, this diner, this after party. You don't have to do that shit. When you stick within your own frame, putting out only the amount of energy that you're willing to put out, she will actually get more attracted to you because of it. Why is that? It's because a man who has a strong frame, who is ensconced inside who he is and who is unapologetic, is a guy who attracts women. In fact, many women want a guy with calming energy. Let me give you an example. You guys all have friends, you all have relatives, we all know a lot of people in society. Do you know a couple where the girl is super spazzy and the guy is super calm? I can bet for every single one of you guys, you know somebody like that. Why is that? Because oftentimes opposites attract. When a woman is super spazzy, she wants that calming energy of a guy who's ensconced within himself, a guy who, yes, is an introvert and who makes no apologies for it. They're actually attracted to that. And if women are saying, I want a guy to fly me around the world, he needs to spend money on me, he needs to take me on nice dinners, kiss my ass, blow smoke up my butt, and tell me what a queen I am, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Women do not logically know what emotionally attracts them. So you can be exactly who you are, and yes, a lot of you guys are introverts, and put as little energy as you want into an interaction, at least as far as your spazziness level is concerned, and still get her attracted to you. In fact, as I said previously, she's going to get more attracted to you when you don't try to match her. Instead, you're matching yourself, because I want you to make note of this. The person who's the least reactive in any situation is the one who's controlling the frame. And as you guys know from my coaching, you have to control the frame in order for a woman to become attracted to you. So if you go out and you try to match this like super spazzy energy that a lot of girls have when you're at the nightclubs or the bars, you're actually following their frame. Can you see how that works? So instead, if you go in there very calmly and put out the exact kind of energy that you want to put out, always a good energy, but the amount of energy as far as your physical actions are concerned, you dictate that by your own frame, by your own navigation system. That's going to make her respect you and get her more attracted to you because of it. For example, a woman's spazzing out, she's talking to you, and she's like, why aren't you more energetic? The real question is, why aren't you calmer? You're like a sparrow on cocaine over here. Calm down, Kelly. Jesus. And you kind of throw it back at her, letting her know that your frame is the standard, right? It's the foundational base where you believe that you should be, and nobody can talk you off that base. If she questions it, then you flip it back on her and say, why aren't you more at this foundational base? I have peace. I have introspection. I have hell of a lot more energy at the end of the day because I'm not expending it all over the fucking dance floor. I'm chill and I'm happy because of this. I'm not going to try to be something that I'm not. And when you do that, she buys into your frame. Thus, she starts following you, and thus she gets attracted to you. So it's all about owning up exactly as you are. Guys, I have guys in my program right now that are completely chill. They're some of the most introverted, silent dudes ever, and they are pulling because they make no apologies for being introverted and silent. They don't smile a lot. That's okay. They don't like to laugh a lot. That's okay. Maybe they're even a little bit naturally cynical. That's okay too, as long as you own it and you make no apologies for it. Now, of course, the problem lies where you're doubting those personality tendencies, those attributes that you have within yourself. And when you doubt it, you subcommunicate that you don't fully believe in yourself, and that's what lacks their attraction. So oftentimes guys who are introverted, and yes, you may be surprised, I'm introverted too, we go into these social situations like exhausted already, pre-exhausted. Why? Because introverted people get exhausted by dealing with social situations. We need to go recharge. We need alone time. We enjoy our own company. So we go into these situations and think to ourselves, man, I'm not extroverted. I'm not the life of the party. I'm not the dude who everybody's laughing around and partying and like drinking shots out of girls' buttholes. And I'm just not that dude. I'm just kind of chill. I want to chill out. And then we doubt ourselves. We go in, we get a beer, we stand in the corner, we hold it in front of ourselves, creating a shield, and we stare out onto the dance floor thinking that, dude, I can't deal with these chicks. They're too spazzy. There's too much energy. They're fucking too high maintenance. And I don't even want to deal with them. So then you go home alone and you utilize the whole purpose of the head on your penis, which is to keep your hand from slipping off. Guys, I want to suggest to you that it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, if you go to a party like that, just go talk to somebody and be completely chill, be completely who you are. You will be amazed that certain women will be really attracted to that. Yes, even more than the 6'2" spazzy DJ guy who's got dreadlocks and who smells like a bong that farted and he's the life of the party. And you're like, I can't compete with this dude. Yes, you can, by being unapologetically who you are. It isn't about becoming a little MarkSing. It's about remapping your brain so that you completely get seated and you are completely accepting of who you are. You don't have to change, brother. And that's the good news that I want to tell you today. You do not have to change in any way whatsoever. You don't even need to lose weight. You don't even need to upgrade your clothing. You don't even need to learn attraction building techniques, although all those things will help because it telegraphs value faster. But ultimately speaking, if you completely accept yourself as if you are today with no apologies, that alone is enough to get women attracted to you. Yes, even if you go to a party where homegirl's freaking spinning like a ballerina and you think she's doing bumps of cocaine in the bathroom because she's such a spaz, and you talk to her exactly as you talk to your best friend. And that's the parameter. How do you talk to your best friend? The person who you're most comfortable with. If you could simply talk to women like that while at the same time accepting yourself for exactly who you are, they will get attracted to you. Again, even if they're like a small monkey on a hydroxy cut, it doesn't matter how much they want out of their own spazziness. If you're seated in your own calmness, they will buy into that frame and follow it and actually get more attracted to you because of it. Because again, oftentimes opposites attract. Then if you have a calm girl, let's say at a party, and there's like Mr. Spazzy guy, she too may feel that he's too much for her. And women also have these same insecurities. Don't get it twisted. So then you come in and you're like, hey, how's it going? And you're just completely yourself. You're chill. Your natural personality and humor will come out when you're comfortable within yourself. She's going to get attracted to you too. Some of the best pickup artists I've ever trained, some of the best wingmen I've ever had, and some of the best coaches I've ever had have been chill ass dudes who didn't believe that dealing with women was exhausting, that it's too much energy to deal with these chicks, too much money, too much time investment, too much fill in the blank with your own excuse. Do exactly what the fuck you want to do, Theodore Roosevelt, and they will get attracted to you. When I go on the first date, I get out for 10 to 20 bucks. I don't spend more than a couple hours with the chick. And usually by the end of it, she's suggesting we hang out again. She's trying to make out with me. She's trying to go back to my place. And I'm not sitting here trying to brag to you. I'm saying that I've simply accepted myself. I don't make any changes whatsoever to my personality. I put it out there with utmost confidence. Yeah, I run game, which is how you'd behave if you had game anyway. So it's not manipulation. It's just how you'd behave. And then they get ultimately attracted to me. And here's the cool thing about attracting women. Once you get it right once, you can usually click it off again. And then you get that one right. You could click it off a third time with the third chick, get that one right, click it off the fourth time, and then it's rinse and repeat. Once you figure out the basic combination to unlock women's attraction, it's rinse and repeat. And this is why I say to my guys, when you come into my program, the first few weeks are going to be hard, but right around week 6, something's going to click inside of you. You're going to click off a couple really good dates, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And as I always say, it's like a pussy avalanche. It's too much. You can't handle it because it's attraction on command. And this too is why I'm shocked that every single one of you listening, yes, even you, brother, listening right now, doesn't apply for my program, because I teach you how to flip women's attraction triggers in a systematic way where it's rinse and repeat, attraction on command. So that when you get to the end of your life, you're like, listen, I accepted myself completely through Mark's help with his NLP protocol. I learned the basic tenets of attraction. I learned to flip attraction hot switches in women's heads, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And you're going to look back as you sit there in the old folks' home with all the women in the old folks' home attracted to you and say, thank God I had the courage to invest in myself, to move into my fears with a full lion's heart and learn how to attract women on command, because it's just that easy. But first, brother, you have to accept yourself as if you chose exactly how you are, unapologetically. Display that to women in the correct sequence that I'm willing to teach you, and then it's attraction on command. I don't care how much they say they want to be spent on them. I don't care how hot they are, how perfect their makeup looks, how spazzy they are on the dance floor, what kind of other dudes are in the area who you think are better than you, which is a stupid belief that I can't wait to remove from your freaking brain school if you would just give me the opportunity. All that doesn't matter. All that matters is you believe in yourself. You're willing to display who you are to women unapologetically. You put forth the exact amount of energy that you want to put forth. Yes, even if you're an introvert, and even if you have the wrong belief right now that women are too much to deal with, and you do it in a systematic way that flips all those attraction hot switches, it's just rinse and repeat. And yes, even if you are drier than your grandfather's elbow skin, because that's who you are. And brother, that's okay. Accept yourself as if you chose it. Now that's easier said than done. You say, great, Mark. Okay, if I just accept myself, display that personality to women without apology, they'll get attracted to me. But here's the problem. I can't accept myself. I go to nightclubs and sit in the corner and watch all the other guys pull girls and then go home and masturbate. Well, that's why I'm here, bro. The next step beyond listening to this simple information on a podcast is to get into a transformation coaching program where I can work on you specifically and make you a custom 3-month NLP protocol that goes to work on all your schemas, archetypes, meta programs, traumas, and belief systems to finally get you back to that inherent self-esteem that you were born with and that I want you to die with. Another regret is to get to the end of your life and be like, wow, I have the bullshit belief systems that I lived with for my whole life and I never removed them. I never dealt with them. I never faced my fears. That's a major amount of regret. And then you die like a frog on the stove. That ain't gonna be me, bro. And I don't want it to be you either. I have the solution. Click the link in the description below. Let's you and I talk. It's a non-commitment application just for you and I to explore whether or not I can 10x your results with women, as I do with every single guy who comes into my 10 magnet production facility. And I want to turn you into that next girl magnet who can attract women on command. There's no better feeling, brother. Let me tell you, no better feeling than seeing a girl and be like, oh yeah, I can get her attracted to me. I could probably, very good chance, have sex with that girl if I wanted to. There's no better feeling, let me tell you. And I have the solution. So come apply. Let's have a conversation. But for those of you who refuse to do that, which I can't understand it, but you're going to do what you're going to do, try to at least accept yourself. Go into the next conversation unapologetically. Don't try to match her energy. Make her match your energy. And always feeling good, always giving value, always being outcome independent, which means I don't give a shit about what happens. But dude, don't buy into their frame. Don't buy into, I need to take her out to these nice dinners. I need to buy her all this shit. I need to be available all this time and be a fucking bunny on the dance floor spazzing out as she does, because it's bullshit. It's a freaking illusion. Be you unapologetically and produce attraction in women. That's how it works. Gentlemen, I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode.